Hey there, this is Sumit. So I work as front-end web developer, and in this video you are going to learn a lot of cool thing, okay? A lot of new keywords which you can use. Alright, so this video is about JavaScript build tools. So this video is going to explain how these build tools work, and I explain everything in great detail. So I'm making this introduction after explaining this video, and you are going to learn a lot of cool thing like what is transpiling, what are transformer, what are processor, what is optimization, minification, things like that. Yeah, so yeah, let's get started. Before I proceed through this video, I just want you to know two things. First, I'm not going to write everything, okay? I'm not going to write all the definition. I will write few keywords though, so you can understand easily. You can create your own definition if you want. Second, I will keep everything very simple, okay? First, we'll discuss what are JavaScript build tools. Then we'll see what are different type of build tools and how they work. So what are JavaScript build tools? JavaScript build tools are programs that can automate the process of executing an application. So JavaScript build tools are programs that can automate the process of executing application. So JavaScript build tools used to create dynamic website. For instance, you got 10k user, and these user are going to interact with different type of component in your website, and this website is going to respond to those interaction in real time. How about that? That's why we call them dynamic website, and this website is responding in real time. We used to have static website. In static website, HTML is displayed as the stored. So if we need any change to this HTML page, then that change has to be done by the developer. And these type of static website generally used to display some sort of information. Yeah, they can't help you to buy a thing, okay? So JavaScript build tool is used to create a really cool dynamic website. Let me give you examples for that. For example, you are creating a dynamic website with the help of JavaScript. Now you need to write a lot of code. For that, you can use React, and all those React fancy syntax can be compiled into JavaScript so that browser can execute it, okay? And for that, we need JavaScript build tools. All right. Now let's see what are different type of build tools, and I categorized them into two part. One, legacy tools, and second are next gen tool. That's how we describe them. So legacy tools are tools that been around for a long time, and I know what you're thinking about. You are thinking about Webpack. So Webpack is example of that, and one more example is Rollup. And next gen tool are they are recent tool, and they can, why they called next gen, because they can adopt new technology. If there is any new technology that is evolving, they can add those features easily. I love these tools. So example of this is Parcel. You know what, I used Parcel in my component library. Should I? Yeah, why not? So on my GitHub, you'll find this component library in examples. There you go, Parcel configurations. I created a component library so that I can import different components I was working on in my actual website, and my actual website is, it's weird, don't search it on Google. So this is my website. For instance, this component is created inside this library, and it is then imported inside my website. So they are different code bases. All right, so first is Parcel and second is Vite. So these are next generation tool. Now let's see how they work. So what is our goal here? Our goal is to create a really dynamic website, and in order to create that website, we need to create some sort of transformation, some sort of transpiling, in order to write front-end application these days, what we use React, okay? We use Vue, Angular, and we also use Next.js, it codes server-side rendering. So these front-end tools do not write JavaScript, okay? They write components. So they write JavaScript components, CSS components. Those components are compiled into JavaScript so that browser can understand that JavaScript. Now we got different type of browser, okay? For example, we got older browser, and older browser understand ES5 of this JavaScript, and we also have newer browser. This new browser understand ES6. Now we also need to make a transpilation to this JavaScript code. We want to compile, transform into one form to another. So all these process, all this conversion of one programming language into another, one form of a file into another, all these things are handled by these build tools, where they are. So all these things are handled by these tools. Now let me tell you a few terms, okay? For example, if you want to convert one programming language into another, the term we use for that is transpiling, and we call them transpiler. So transpiler convert one language into another. For example, you want to convert TypeScript to JavaScript, and we got things like processor. So processor are used, we got two type of processor. One is preprocessor. Preprocessor is used before compiling it to main JavaScript. For example, you have some sort of CSS, and in this CSS you want to use variables, okay? And you want to pass different type of variable, and these variable are passed when we want to compile. These variables are passed before compiling. After compiling them, we have a compiled version with the configuration we passed at compile time. And in post, one exactly opposite. In post, we add more thing. For example, all those JSX or whatever TSX is converted into JavaScript. Now what I want to do, I want to make more optimization to this code. I can use post processor, okay? And we also got things like what else we got, optimizer and minifier. So what they do, optimizer, minifier, look, if I converting one language, for example TypeScript to JavaScript, it is going to produce a lot of code, okay, which we do not need. If you are converting one language into another, it is a big deal, okay, converting one language into another, and obviously it is going to create lots of code which is unnecessary. That's why we need optimizer and minifier, so that we can optimize that code. We can make size of this file smaller so that they loads well and our dynamic website works well. Let's take a quick recap. These build tools are programs that automate the execution of an application. Great. And these tools are used to create a really nice dynamic website. We got things like React, okay, so we don't need to write all the code again and again. We can reuse same code. We can write really nice application with the help of these build tools. And I explained the type of build tools. We got legacy tool and next generation tool, and then we see how they work and what are different terms, okay, optimizer, transpiler, processor. All right, that is all. If you want, you can subscribe to this channel, you can like this video.